3 years ago, I was asked to go to an awareness and interaction event. I ended up going, and I met this woman named Candy. In between the event, I went to the restroom, I came back out, and she said, "Banks, I think you can help me by bringing awareness to this, bringing awareness to Orange." And I said, "Well, what can I do?" She says, "We'll talk about it." I've been talking about it for about 3 years now, and I put together an idea, a concept, a bill for up in Tallahassee. And this bill, I went to her and I said, "I want to name it after you, Candy." And she said, "No, don't do that. Do not do that. Name it after my son." Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Alexander.
Thank you for having me, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Derek Alexander. I am 18 years old. I am a homeschool education student, Boy Scout, and I have participated in Special Olympic sports such as swimming, bowling, and bocce in the past. I simply just enjoy gaming, hanging out with my friends, and just relaxing. But in 2015, when I was 9 years old, our family was invited to participate in the crisis intervention training for the Lake County Sheriff's Departments and local police departments. Every year since then, I have been a part of the autism awareness education trainings that now include our local fire departments. Half of my life in advocacy that supports our first responders. What I have learned is that Florida's statute 943.1727 mandates that the police departments have this training. However, all other first responders are not included in the statute. Funding is the issue. During our last general session, new bills and amendments have been introduced for additional hours of training, of trainings, but not all first responders are covered. Funding is the key issue to everything. Last year, I went to Tallahassee to advocate for additional funding and awareness on this issue. I spoke to as many legislators as I could. Why is this important to me? My family knows firsthand what it is like to be in a medical emergency and call 911 for help. And so do my peers. I have autism. It is a neurological diagnosis. It does not define me as a person. It is simply a medical condition that I will live with in every aspect of my life. Mr. Banks has asked me to speak about the autism bill he hopes to introduce to the Florida House. My hope is that this bill can be introduced and passed that will include the proper funding required for education and training for all first responders, training that includes autism awareness and special needs education. Knowing I could help those who someday will help me is what our community is all about. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Marvin is in the audience. Marvin has 2 adult special needs children. Both of these children, actually they're adults, they're not children, are they? They come to my farm and they volunteer on my farm. Blake is a harvester. I do not like to harvest. I like to plant stuff and that's all I like to do. Blake comes and he harvests, sometimes too soon. However, that's why we have windowsills to make sure that they ripen on the windowsill. Aldrina, his daughter, 26 years old, 25 years old. She is a bee whisperer. She knows how to talk to bees. We did not get stung for like 5 months. Just recently I got stung barefoot walking out there, so it was a dead bee that I stepped on. Over here, I have Avery and his mother, Christina. Avery is 5 years old. He's the youngest farmer I work with. I learn more from Avery than I will ever teach him. He can talk about worms for days. In fact, he tells people he has worms. He is amazing. It took me 6 times to say his name to realize what his name was, but he is remarkable and he is unforgettable. Also, earlier today, Matthew was at my table. Matthew, if you see where I'm going with this is community. This is what this is. This is people and land. As a farmer, I love this land. As a community outreach person, I love this community. Every single one of you I care about. Sorry, distracting. Let's go back over here. Matthew had left. He's a 15-year-old boy that I met his grandmother while door knocking. And his 15-year-old, she said, I want you to meet Matthew. I ended up meeting him. He now follows me around. He wants to be the mayor someday. Sheriff, he may want to be the sheriff someday too. This is what community is all about. Candy, who started this journey for me, this orange journey for me, is the reason why I'm up here right now. She has given me a hope for this community, a hope for everyone. I am Farmer Banks. I teach sustainability. I open up my farm to the community to come and learn about not only the land, but also community. Wow. May you all be blessed. My name is Banks Helfrich, Farmer Banks for Florida House. Thank you.